Hey everybody, it's Boardman21 and today's build is once again a minion Necromancer. Now I apologize, I know a lot of you are waiting for me to move forward and start doing some other builds, and we are going to soon, but more of you are asking for a faster version of the minion build that we do, the Reflect minion build that is, so that you can actually progress faster through the game. And we found something you're really going to love, and when I say something I mean you can have up to a maximum, that's what we've reached, 600% move speed. You will absolutely fly through maps. Now the number one problem that we ran with this was you leave your minions so far behind that you no longer have them around you to generate more ward, to one, keep the move speed, and two, be protected. So we had to find a way around that. So one, you can get to the end of maps fast, but now we also found a way with Dreadshade that you can have enough protections to protect you if you are at low health until you've summoned enough minions to get back up into the super high ward area. So while this build may not be the fastest build out there for clearing monos, it is way faster than it has been, and you can officially compete with other builds in clear speeds. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it. For skills, we're going to be running Summon Bone Golem, Summon Wraith, Summon Skeleton, Rip Blood, and Dreadshade. For Summon Bone Golem, we have this to regen as much health, take some threat away, and give movement speed to our other minions. We have 3 points in Bone Growth, 3 points in Amalgam of Mages, 1 point in Amalgam of Rogues, 4 points in Unnatural Speed, 5 points in Amalgam of Sentinels, and 4 points in Tower of Bones. For Summon Wraith, we still have this set up the usual way where we're trying to get as many as possible. We have 1 point in Locus of Resurrection, 2 points in Haunting, 2 points in Dark Scythe, 1 point in Echoes Inside, 5 points in Stygian River, 3 points in Army of Rays, 2 points in Grave Reality, and 4 points in Delay the End. For Summon Skeleton, we have 2 points in Unbound Necromancy, 2 points in Marrow Tap, 1 point in Grape Walkers, 5 points in Necrotic Conviction, 1 point in Hollow Walkers, 5 points in Unholy Rage, 1 point in Marrow Walkers, 1 point in Fire Arrow, 1 point in Lone Guardian, and 1 point in Mightier Than the Sword. For Rip Blood, this is how we get all of our ward, this is how we get spell damage, and this is how we get our move speed. We have 3 points in Hemomancer, 6 points in Quenching, 3 points in Mana Feast, 1 point in Marrow Drinker, 1 point in Hematology, 4 points in Arcane in Rip Spirit, and 1 point in Arcane Fortress. And for Dreadshade, we're using this for defense. We have 3 points in Wisdom of the Dead, 1 point in Mortal Doom, 4 points in Spectral Presence, 4 points in Grim Fate, 1 point in Symbiotic Apparition, 3 points in Bane of Death, 3 points in Lingering Doom, and 1 point in Pernicious Pact. The object of this is to put poison instead of having their health percentage decay by a percentage. This way they'll last a bit longer. We have it set up so that we get the benefits along with the minions, and with the armor protections we have 76 int, so we end up getting almost 2,000 armor and protections. What's really nice about this is since we're doing a zoom build, you'll zoom to the end of the map, you'll lay down one thing of minions or just summon a golem real quick, and then you'll throw down a Dreadshade on that minion, and instantly you're going to have super high protections, which will allow you to start getting your raise and start getting all that ward back that you'd lost during the really fast run that you did to get to the end. For passives, we have 30 points in the base Acolyte class with 1 point in Blood Aura, 5 points in Blood Pact, 1 point in Crimson Gluttony, 3 points in Stolen Vitality, 5 points in Dark Rituals, 8 points in Forbidden Knowledge, 1 point in Soul Aegis, 1 point in Putrid Demise, and 6 points in Dominion of Rot. We have 18 points in the Lich with 8 points in Crippling Insight, 3 points in Wraith Bringer, and 7 points in Desolation. And in the Necromancer, which were mastered, we have 66 points. We have 7 points in Risen Army, 5 points in Grave Thorns, 8 points in Blood Armor, 5 points in Reclamation of Souls, 10 points in Mortal Tether, 1 point in Unbound Necromancy, 1 point in Wisp Weaver, 3 points in Putrid Retribution, 3 points in Frantic Summons, 5 points in River of Bones, 10 points in Heresy, 1 point in Tyrant, 3 points in Cling to Life, and 4 points in Empty the Graves. For items, we have the idols that give us Putrid Wrath. You want to try and get 100%. We have a bunch of Glancing Blow 1x2s in order to hit our 100% Glancing Blow. And then to get the move speed, we threw on the Humming Bee. Since the weapon in this build as a reflect damage build didn't really matter, we went with the Humming Bee because we could get 1% more movement speed per 250 ward, and since we cap out between 100 and 150,000 ward, that's between 400 and 600% more movement speed to what we already have, which makes you really fast. And if you stack up the 100k ward at the beginning of a run and just dart to the end, you'll probably get really close to the quest before you'll have to start summoning raids and start getting your reward back. For the gear, it's the same as all of our other builds. We'll be running our int and our minion health regen. You'll need the minions reflected. However, your minions, your Putrid Wraths, when you have 60 or 70 of them, they're still doing such good damage with that many stacks of poison. You can still get kills even without the reflect damage. The reflect damage just helps. For our amulet, we have the minion health and minion health regen. We went with some dodge so that we could dodge more. We did change our rings so that we could have movement speed. We have movement speed on both those. Our boots have set dodge on them now instead of int, and this allowed, we also put movement speed on it. This allowed for more dodge so that we have a higher chance to dodge attacks, and our survivability would go up. I'll just hover over the rest. For our character sheet, we have 68% dodge. We are just 2% shy from 100% glancing blow. Try and get that if you can. And then for minion stats, you'll see we have 1700% minion health regen with almost 700% minion health. You want to aim for at least 1500% minion health regen and at least 500% minion health. That's usually a pretty good spot for survivability. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys some gameplay. So what you're going to do at the beginning of a map is you're going to have all of your minions, you're going to have your ward, you're going to be stacking it, and you're going to get, your 60,000, 70,000, up to 100,000 or whatever it is you get, and you're going to see that you have this immense amount of movement speed. Here we got over 400%, and what you're going to do is then you're going to take off and you're going to go get to the goal, and you're going to go and you'll notice that your ward is dropping. It's going to drop, you're going to keep running, you're going to get all the way to say you get to where your quest is, but your minions are left really far behind. Your minions, which here we're running a circle so it doesn't count, but you're going to get really far ahead, and once you get ahead at the end, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to just summon your golem real quick, and the moment that you've summoned your golem, you're going to hit him with a dread shade. The moment you hit him with that dread shade, you're going to get this massive amount of armor and protections. And when you have that amount of armor protections, it lets you sit here so that you can keep spamming your new ones and you can continue to get your ward, and it won't take very long. Your minions will start catching up. You'll have the ward right back. So again, to reiterate, you're going to run to the quest all the way, then you're going to run at 400% movement speed and get there super fast, and then you're just going to summon a golem really quick. When you get there, you're going to hit it with Dreadshade, and you're going to go back to getting your Wraiths and getting Rip Blood cast as fast as possible to get all that ward back. But at least if you run out of ward or start taking a few hits, you'll have some super high armor protection so you won't die.